everybody, so welcome back. So today, for the video, we're going to be talking about something that I had on a comment recently, which I've actually heard around quite a bit, so I thought we'd go ahead and address this common mistake, I guess you'd call it. So anyways, that comment was, how do deaf people hear music? So maybe you're thinking deaf means you can't hear at all, like nothing, so how would you be able to enjoy music, right? But no. Deaf can actually mean quite a lot of things. I mean, that can technically include hard of hearing people, meaning you can hear pretty much a lot, or all the way to actually fully deaf, you can't hear anything. So, I mean, a deaf person, anyone in that range can enjoy music just in different ways. So obviously, if maybe you can hear just very light, hard of hearing, you can just enjoy music, let's say in the regular, so to speak, way. If you're somewhere in the middle, you might use hearing aids, or maybe just listen for specific parts of the music. And maybe if you're someone who has no hearing at all, you might use the vibrations, like the feelings of it. So I thought I'd go ahead and let Jenna go ahead and talk about her experience as a deaf person who really loves music even more than I do. So maybe she can explain it a little bit better and what the experience is like.
Okay guys, hi. So, yeah, I'm a really big music fan. I always have been growing up. I think it was mainly by my mom, especially through her. She always took me to concerts ever since I was a baby, and I did have hearing aids, so I think one of the first exposures that I had to sound was through music, at least for myself. So that's really where that connection comes in for me, where I get that bond. I went to concerts growing up. I started listening to music through my mom. She always had tapes that she played in the car wherever we went. She's always playing music, mostly alternative rock, that kind of thing, the 80s stuff.
Oh, her mom.
Yeah. So anyways, I grew up with that, and then I really got into punk. That was like the first obsession that I kind of had around my teenager years. And then I kind of got into more complicated music like metal and a variety of other different things, hip hop and some mountain music. I guess I listened to that. It's a variety.
Mountain music?
Yeah.
That's redneck music. It's from her father. I love him, but ugh.
Yeah. So yeah, because the only thing I don't like is like radio pop or like country. More songs that focus on like just superficial things like sex and bling and that kind of thing.
So most of modern music.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. I noticed that a lot of my music tends to focus more the 60s to the 80s within there. So there's a lot of like underground music, you know, that I just find through my own avenues, and you know, just I don't really always go with whatever's popular. I don't care about that, so it's not my thing. So I've collected a lot of records, big records, or have cassette tapes or CDs. I think that's the main three that I do have some digital. If there's no like physical copy of it, then I'll go ahead and do digital, but I prefer to have like a physical, more authentic, for a collection type of thing. That's what I really like, and I have a huge collection.
Yeah, she does have a lot of music for a deaf person. I mean, you can see when she's really involved in a lot of different types of music, you know, from just exposure from her family and whatnot. So it doesn't really matter if you're deaf or hearing, you know, you can still hear music. So maybe you can explain about the actual like hearing of the music, you know, like how it's different for a deaf person, what you think compared to hearing to a deaf person.
Yeah, I would say it's different because I noticed that a lot of hearing people tend to focus just on hearing the music itself, you know, like the actual hearing part, which, you know, like I said, I use hearing aids and that's fine, but also I depend a lot on the physical, the feeling of the music, the vibrations, especially in a concert. Because I go to concerts and I can't have my hearing aids on there because it will actually damage my hearing. So that's how my hearing works. But so I turn my hearing aids off, and so sometimes I can't hear everything clearly. So the vibrations help me a lot, especially, you know, with the beat, because you can feel that, like the drum and the bass. It's very easy to feel that, you know, from all the amps that they have there. So I use that, the vibrations, and also visual as well. You know, say if the band sets up, they might have, a good showmanship. And so they interact a lot with the audience, and that makes it more pleasurable for me. So you don't have to just depend on the hearing, it's visual as well, and, tactile, I guess. I think that's everything except smelling.
Yeah, you might be able to smell if they're sweating.
Yeah, you get kind of used to that. You put up with it.
So, yeah, I mean, it's similar, in the video we talked about with incidental learning, how deaf people just learn in a different way. They learn visually, or this is exactly the same, with music. It's just, it's a different way, instead of hearing, it's different. And that's the message, I mean, some people can hear music and maybe they can't hear the words clearly, but they can still hear. And some people, like how she mentioned, you go to concerts and, you can't have hearing aids there. Like, even when I go to concerts, I have to have earplugs in just because, it's so loud at the concerts and that can damage my hearing. So as for a deaf person, maybe with some hearing, they really value that and they don't want to lose any more. So, I mean, if you go to a concert and it's just really loud like that with the bass, you can feel that. I mean, even I can feel that in your chest. So that's really cool. And again, yes, deaf people can, hear music. Maybe they don't physically hear it. Maybe they hear it through their eyes or, through their chest or through their body. But it's just, a different way to do things. So hopefully if you guys were thinking about that question, now you know the answer.
Yeah, and please remember that it's just, it's different for everybody. There are some deaf people who don't care about music at all, period. They just don't care, and that's fine. I respect that. And there's some people who, like me, really love music, and there's everyone in between. So everybody has their own preference, and don't assume that, there's one meaning for everyone, because you can't generalize like that. It's different for everybody.
Right. They say never make an assumption, because you know what that means. You make
an ass out of yourself.
Well, I was trying not to say ass, but now you said it. Ugh, potty mouth.
Oh, it's just ass.
Okay, whatever. Alright, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you did like it, go ahead and click the like button below. Click it. And I will have other videos down here. So some with Jenna, some just by myself, so hopefully you still like it. But yeah, if you guys already haven't, go ahead and subscribe over there, come back, and yeah, just to let you know, we have an exciting video next week, so keep watching and subscribe. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!